on Facebook. Sorry about the delay. We were having technical difficulties, but we have worked them out.
We is her. We is definitely her.
Yes, we like I told Katara. For y'all that's looking at us on Facebook now, we're back. So share, share, share. Let everybody know that we are here today. We didn't give up. We didn't give up.
We is still her. She's being very generous with the credit, but she fought tooth and nail to get it up, and I just was here for moral support.
And I thank you for the moral support.
That's all I had.
She was looking at me like, okay, now what we gonna do?
Silver and gold have I none, but what I have I'll give unto thee.
So you know what? Ain't no stopping us now.
And on the move.
We on the
We in the groove.
Girl, I promise you, and I promise, I was like, okay, if I have to take every wire loose today.
She was gonna do it. And you know, just in the studio, seeing all these wires and cords, it brings back a nostalgic feeling, because if anybody's out there, this is the only black-owned FM station, correct?
Yes.
So we must have a lot of black listeners.
Yes.
Yeah, so probably all of y'all got whoopings with extension cords, right?
Well, I know I got my share.
Me too. And I just look back and be
Did
like,
you?
wow.
At,
Back in the
at
day.
your age, literally, are you serious?
Well, I haven't had a whooping since I was 13.
No. But I'm just saying.
Oh, this is my 10-year anniversary of not, well, would you look at it?
Look at, as they say, look at God.
Look at God.
But, you know, I was really sitting here thinking about, I thought about that earlier. You said extension cords, but it seemed like something that I would have gotten a whipping with, but not you.
I thought you knew my mom.
I do, but I'm just saying. But you know what? You know, people like, even though you know people, they be like, nah, that's not my parents before. But you know what?
Nah.
But I think that's what made us different from the generation today. Because I was actually reading a sixth grader went in and killed 5 people.
That's terrifying.
That's exactly. And, you know, not judging anyone or doing anything, but I think that comes from the parenting skills, that they're more book parents and they're not the extension
And
cord parent.
what is a book parent?
Read to them and, you know.
Because my mom, in that case, she was a book parent, definitely. Because I went to school knowing how to read and write before the teacher taught
what
me.
I'm saying.
But what I mean is she had balance.
Yes.
Yeah, she not only taught me book smart, she taught me how to treat people. She taught me where to put anger and fury, you know.
Yeah, I think I taught my kids the same thing at that aspect. But what I'm saying about a book parent, they're letting a book raise their kids. They're telling them what the books say. Sit down, Billy. Don't get up, Billy. They're timeout parents. I guess that's what I should say.
Yeah.
I wasn't that timeout parent, because by the time the timeout got there, I was already tied out. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying when I say book parent. It's like, okay, you're going to sit in a corner, Billy, and you're not going to move. But no, I didn't do it that way, because I didn't have patience.
Did you not?
Not for nonsense.
Oh,
No.
well.
If I told you already, I was tired.
But what if you had to teach them sense, you know?
Well,
Because
you
we
do,
come into the world not having any.
right? We have to teach them. But what I'm saying is, I couldn't allow a book to raise my kids, to tell me, you shouldn't whip them, you shouldn't do this and all that. You know what? I faced the consequences.
Which were?
Whatever it had to be. If I had to go to jail, I had to go to jail.
My God.
Yeah, I would. Because I would rather go
Then them
instead
have
of
to go.
allowing them to
Yeah.
have to go, or someone killed them, or vice versa.
My
Them kill
mom's
somebody.
philosophy was more so of, when you are 18 and under, when you're a minor, it's my job to teach you.
Right.
You know, or the world's going to teach you. And so I feel as though she taught myself and my sister very, very well. And thankfully, the world didn't have to. Well, I've learned a lot of lessons from being out on my own and everything, but I've never been arrested and stuff.
Right. And we all make trial and error. All of us do trial and error. Everybody make mistakes daily. Because I was like, okay, what mistake am I making? This sound is not coming on. But we made it, and I'm just so thankful.
Yeah.
So, all right, truck driver, thank you for having faith in me today to know that I was going to get it done, because I was really like, okay, I'm giving up, but I didn't.
Yay.
And, and that's what we have to do with life. And, we just can't give up from the first instance. We have to keep going and keep making things work for what they are. And we brought her on the show today. And I want you to introduce yourself. I really like your philosophy of not giving up on your dreams. I was listening to the AM show. She's actually been the guest on the AM show this week with
a lot of fun.
Yes, with
Miss
Sister Janet.
I love her so much. She rocks.
She's been on the show with Janet this week, and I've listened in and I've thought about what you've been saying. I just want you to give a little brief background of what you've done and where you are in your career and how you got to this point, because we talk to kids and we talk to young adults. We talk to adults. And I really like the fact that you said, you know what? College wasn't for me. But your mom did not allow you to quit when you thought things were getting rough.
Well, no, that was yes, but when the story that I think you're talking about is when my first semester in my senior year.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, in senior year, well, let's take it back to
yourself.
Hi, my name is Katara Bray. Contrary to popular belief, my name is Katara Bray. And I was, ever since I was a kid, I was raised in the Disney Channel era, and I grew up watching Tyler Perry plays and stuff like that. So singing, dancing, acting, has always been an aspiration of mine, and I'm so grateful that those dreams have become a reality. So when I have an older sister, she was 2 grades ahead of me in school, and when she was in 9th grade, she started taking the ACT and doing things pertaining towards college. And I was like, oof, Mama, I don't want to go to college. And she, even then, was like, okay, you don't have to go to college, but what do you want to do? And I was like, well, that's the thing. You remember when I was 5 and I was like, oh, I want to be a singer, and it was cute. I was serious about that.
She thought you was playing.
Nah, probably not her, but a lot of other people did. Because, when you do like the little job fair or whatever in elementary school, it's adorable when you don't go to the other place. I'm going to be a singer. And
so
they're like,
did you actually at 5, okay, I won't say 5, but in the career fair, when you go to the career fair, you actually have, I guess you probably be, 11th grade?
No, when I was in elementary school, they had, they did bring people to the school, different, we did have job fairs just to try to inspire children.
Yes.
So it started, I remember the first job fair I went to, it was in the gym in 2nd grade. Yeah, I was in 2nd grade, and I was like, none of this means anything to me because I want to be a singer, and nobody's here with a table about singing, so I'm good. And I tried to have other interests because a lot of outside, my mother never told me I couldn't be a singer. It was a lot of outside entities that said it wasn't realistic. And thankfully, I didn't hear those voices were loud, but they were not important because they weren't coming from people that directly affected me, meaning my mom wasn't saying, the person that was raising me wasn't saying that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I did try to have other interests because I recognized that, especially as I grew up, I recognized that I didn't have any connections and I didn't know how I was going to go about it. And when senior year hit, the reality hit that, wow, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And because I didn't know what else to do, I did what my peers were doing, and I was touring colleges. I applied for college, and I got, I think it was 5 scholarships to college. They were minor. I never got a full scholarship, but I got some academic scholarships to go to some colleges that I ended up declining, or however you do it, to kind of send it back or whatever. Yes. I didn't accept it because I did finally get what I was really after. That was in October of my senior year. I had toured a college, and I was like, wow, man. Me and my mom, we went to Emory University in Atlanta.
Yes.
We took a dance class, and that was also a school that I got offered a scholarship for. And we were sitting on a bench next to a fountain, and she was like, Katara, deep down, you don't want to go to college. And I was like, it ain't actually deep down. It's actually really on the surface all the way to it starts be above the surface and goes deep. Yeah, it's all I don't want to go.
You thought you was touching God.
No, I did. I did. I was like, yeah, man, I'm not college for real. And she was like, well, all right. So what are you going to do? And I didn't have an answer.
Okay.
And for the 4-hour ride back from Atlanta, I was pondering and I was like, man, I really don't know how I'm going to do this. And so I was brought up in the Christian faith, and I was brought up to trust God with all things big and small. I considered this to be a big one. And I was like, well, Lord, if you don't mind, here I am, one of your humble servants, trying to be a singer down here. And I said, you said we can make our requests known to you. So here's my request. And I was like, God, I want to be a singer, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. Well, in December of my senior year, my friend, lifelong friend, sent me a link to a scout that was coming to Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, this is a scam, obviously, because somebody with credits with Nickelodeon, Disney Epic Records, Sony Epic Records, Disney, Universal, all these people, they're not coming to Huntsville, Alabama. Well, long story short, yes, she was, and I did go and audition, and I got. That's where I auditioned for the cruise ship, not even knowing that cruise ships had entertainment. I had never been on a cruise ship, and I was so excited. And it wasn't until I got back from the ship
that it seemed real.
No, that I realized what I did was just slightly terrifying.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, at your audition, what did you sing?
At the first audition, I sang Whitney Houston's "I Will Always Love You."
Can you sing just a little snippet of it?
A little snippet of
just
it?
Just a little snippet. Because I know my listeners, they try. Truck driver, I know you want to hear. Give them a little bit, just a sample.
I'm not okay. If I should stay, I would only be in your way. There's a snippet.
Yes, that's a snippet.
Mm-hmm.
That was her first audition.
That was. And they let me know that's because that's what got me into the workshops and the audition for the audition. And so they let me know in the workshops, hey, that was the worst song you could have picked. You don't need to be singing Whitney Houston. And I was like, oh, for real? Because it was just the first thing that came to my mind. Because I went there with the intention of singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, because I had a CD with the karaoke track.
Uh-huh.
And that's all and that's also tacky. You're supposed to like get a real instrumental, but I had a karaoke CD that was the best I had, and so I went with it because they told you to bring CDs, and I was like, you know what, it'll be better if I just sing something a cappella, and so that was the first thing I picked, and that was what I went with, and yeah, that was the first thing that came to mind. Sorry, and that's what I went with. And in the workshops, they were like, yeah, Whitney Houston is a real staple, a real icon. She's a niche. And if you want a career where people know who you are, you don't want to go with somebody so iconic so they don't expect Whitney Houston from you.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, that's right, because I do want to be myself, you know.
So basically, you went to that, and now you just, so your dreams, you feel you're fulfilling your dreams.
Absolutely, I do. And I'm grateful to say that.
And see, that's the part that I look at every day. I'm telling you, you think you've helped yourself by being here this last week. You have really helped me because I listened to you and I said, you know what, dreams. That's one reason I didn't give up today. Because I'm like, okay, we have to fulfill our dreams. We have to fulfill what we are here to do.
Mm-hmm.
So if that meant if I took 2 hours to get this done, we were going to come on here for 10 minutes.
Hey, that's okay.
So, you know, and that's what I want people to understand. Life can feel like it's going to beat us down, but at the same time, we can't give up on anything you put your mind to.
Nothing.
So therefore, that's why I try to teach my kids and anybody around me, if it's whether it's kids, adults, whoever, the biggest thing is we have to go after what you want.
But first, some people don't know what they want all the time, because I can be
Right.
very indecisive. If it's not just prominent, and sometimes I can be indecisive. So people really need to get to know yourself.
Right.
You have to know who you are to know what you want. And so for whatever reason, I just always knew that this was my thing. Even when I went and tried other things, like I thought about going into cosmetology, going into psychology. I even wanted to work with disabled children,
Yes.
just because I have a heart for people with disabilities, because, you know, they get dealt sort of a bad hand, you know,
Yes.
from society. And I thought, and that was something that really bugged me growing up. And so I thought about these things, but it wasn't my passion. And I knew that these could be good things that could be used for ministry, but I didn't know if that was, I didn't know about those things. But whenever it came to singing and performance, I was like, oh, I know about this. So you really need to get to know yourself and know your likes and your dislikes, and know your passions, your strong suits, your skills, your strengths, all that stuff.
Yeah. Hey, John Duster. Hey, Mona B. I
Oh,
see
hey,
you.
John Duster.
Yeah, John is on with us this.
What's going on, DJ J Dust?
So
Yeah.
hello, and thank you for tuning in. I'm not, those are the biggest things that, I'm glad that as a young adult, we always, sometime I think as we get older, we beat down on our young people sometime, and we feel like, you know what, who in the world would have made you think that you couldn't have done whatever?
Well, I didn't fall. There were some people that were a bit harsh, people who didn't know my name, how old I was, or even if they did, they didn't know the intricacies about me. There were some people that just, because a lot of people in small towns feel like being invasive is showing love,
Right.
which to each his own, but I didn't take well to that at all, especially when they weren't even trying to hear me out. They were just trying to essentially reprimand me for thinking differently than other people. And then there were other people that really did know me and really did love me and really did care about me, that were just trying to protect me, and they didn't know how to dream, and they didn't see it happening.
Right.
And I was like, well, I don't see it either, but that's cool, because I don't walk by sight. I walk
I
by
love
faith.
it. I love it. I love
I
it.
don't need to see it to believe it.
Exactly. And that's
But
the
that's
big-
just me though. If I have the, that's just a lot. Everybody's not like that. Some people, because it is rough. It hasn't been easy in this industry, and I just started out.
Right.
I've been thrown curveballs. I've been too eager. I've put my foot in my mouth. I've gotten it wrong. It wasn't.
I mean, that's life though.
That is life though.
That's
And
life.
I would rather have it hard in what I really am passionate about, as opposed to having it hard and not have my passions fulfilled.
Right. And I mean, but that's
Because life is hard either way.
exactly. And that's what we have to get to the point of doing. But I think back to how we started in, it comes from discipline.
Yes.
If we're not disciplined, whether we're disciplining ourselves or taking the raising of how we were raised, we feel like whatever we say and do is going to be right. You see what I'm saying?
Halfway. I didn't follow.
Like sometimes, we feel like, because this is my philosophy. I
Okay.
feel like because we were raised in a Christian-based home,
Okay.
because we know things are not going to be easy, and we know where we are by faith, we walk by faith and not by sight. So therefore, because we go that route, or because we're going in that direction, we understand everything is not going to be an easy day. And some people this is not me judging, I feel like people that's not on that same frame of mind, because they make mistakes, they don't understand how to come back. Does that make sense? They don't come back easy. That's when they get to the point of they are killing people, or because I mean, who's in the 6th grade think about killing somebody? In the 6th grade, you probably didn't even know what a gun was. Well, even though you did, but you didn't. Did you try to use one? Did you? Oh, wow. Well, see, 6th grade I didn't.
Yeah, but it wasn't against people though.
Exactly.
My dad was just showing me what a gun was, and yeah, because my dad likes to hunt and stuff like that, and he was also a Marine. So I mean, that was just
that's different.
Yeah, but I knew what a gun was, and you know, maybe early exposure to firearms and things like that, and not understanding that not having regard for humanity. I was taught regard for humanity. It was just an understood thing. It never crossed my mind to, even when I didn't like a person, maybe I wanted to hit them, but I didn't want to annihilate them. I didn't want to kill them. Yeah. You know, that's more of an evil spirit when you want to take a life.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. I got someone that's actually texting me saying it's clear on Facebook than it is in the car. So I'm going to fix this. We're going to take a break.
All right, then.
And we're going to come back because I want to make everybody happy. Or try. You know, I've had technical difficulties, but we're going to work it out, and we're going to be right back. You're tuning in to 105.1, the music muscle of the shows.
This before, and I can't afford to cry. I got work in the morning, I got bills, I got family ties. You play with the piece of me I try not to reason with, not trying, you made it clear. And I want you to know that I did try my best with you. I cut off all my that was just for you, and I don't got the time. I'm doing it right. Self-love, self-care, selfish, baby. Self-love, self-care,
You're back. You're tuned into 105.1, the music muscle of the shows. I was reading comments. We were reading comments when we were on break.
We is always she. She's so generous. Yeah, because I'm not privy to what's over there on the laptop.
No, I'm reading off my phone. But anyway, it's funny because I was listening. Truck driver, she did it, and listen, she gonna take the choir president seat.
No, thank you.
But she's awesome, and Mona, we miss you. We know you can sing too, but listen.
Oh, Mona sings?
She the choir president.
Oh,
see, these are real roles. The pastor, the church secretary, and the choir president. These are our life. These are our life roles. This is who we are for real.
Art is inspired by life. Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah,
but I like singing, so.
Yeah, she loves singing, and And Miss Diane, I see what you said. Beautiful voice, but don't let Diddy hear you. Well, we just thank you for tuning in. And like I said, some of this come from our discipline of how things act. But I'm going to let you finish telling your story about you were, did you finish?
I don't know. I have forgotten. I don't know.
The truck driver said, Mona, I'm going to trade you out. She could say.
Now, Mona got to come back. Well, I mean, whether she come back or not, I'm finna go. So
listen, she's leaving us. She's leaving us because look, she's fulfilling her dreams.
I got work to do.
She has work to do, and that's
I need
what.
to go get me a bill paying job. Yeah.
Yeah, she is hot, G-Man. Very hot.
G-Man. What's up?
Yeah, she is very hot. Hot. And I just love it. You know, Miss Melissa, I've been working on it. We're working on our sound. This is coming from a lot of people saying things may not be as clear as they usually are. But what's happening is we are actually in the process of moving our studio. So that's what's happening. But all is well. We're going to have it together. It's getting back together. So just give us a couple more days. And like I said, I was not giving up today on not getting everything working. So I moved some wires. Katara went and prayed for me. When she came back, it was ready. I think that's what she did. Because she walked out and she came back. And I said, we ready. And she looking like, I prayed. So I think the prayer, she prayed for me today. But y'all, in the news, they have actually finally arrested one of those police officers has been arrested for murder in connection of Steve Perkins. You know, that it happened on September the 29th. I was telling them earlier, I will never forget that day. That was actually my dad's birthday. And it's crazy that it took them this long. But the mayor did say it was going to be left up to the grand jury to do this. So they actually arrested Mac Bailey. Yes, Melissa, finally. They arrested Mac Bailey in the connection of the murder for the shooting. He's a 23-year-old, and right now he's still held in Decatur, Morgan County Jail on a $30,000 bond. But let me tell y'all what bothered me the most about this picture. His mug shot looked like he was at the gym smiling, like I just finished a good workout. To me, this is not 105.1. It's like he has no remorse of what he did. So this family is celebrating. On yesterday, they had a parade for Steve Perkins, celebrating his 40th birthday.
Wow, that's young.
Yes.
Only 40.
Celebrating his 40th birthday and at the same, I guess they celebrated 2 times because it was his 40th birthday. They had a parade in Decatur, and they also got a ruling that the grand jury was indicting. The grand jury indicted Marquette, Mac Bailey Marquette. He was one of the police officers in the killing. So he has been charged with murder.
What about the other ones?
They still working on it, you know.
Okay.
They actually haven't done anything with them yet. So the grand jury has to do a ruling on what's going to happen to the 3 other officers connected into it. So they're not facing any charges at this time. So the other 3, so this one is the only one. But I believe that he ain't going down without a fight. He going to say, look, this wasn't me by myself. Yeah, Melissa, $30,000, that's all they put a bond for.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. So, and I was saying about the 6-year-old. So in our 6-year-old killed 5, he killed 1 and 5 others were hurt at a high school. So it must be a K-12 school.
6-year-old or 6th grader?
6th grader.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I said 6-year-old, a 6th grader. So it must be a K-12 school. for him to be at the high school because he killed 1, injured 5. I'm telling you, and I think it comes from lack of discipline. Miss Diane, they need some switches and an extension cord.
I mean, some things are just evil, and you can't just fix that with stuff that people perceive as simple. There's no telling what made a 6th grader have the idea to grab a gun
And take it
to school.
Right.
I don't have verbiage for that.
Miss Diane, you say they probably gonna kill him when he get to jail, the police officer. Well, they probably gonna put him in a private cell.
There's some dark stuff.
I know they done worked it out this long now. If they wouldn't have never appealed their disciplinary, they were first fired and put on suspension.
So we're back on the
Steve
Decatur.
Perkins, yes, because one of our listeners is actually, she just posted that he'll probably be killed when he gets to jail.
Yeah, I thought
get
we
to
were
prison.
talking about that, but I wanted to ensure that.
Yes. So she is talking about that, but I personally don't think they're going to put him in a cell with the complete population for that reason, because they kept the name quiet until it was an appeal. If they would never appeal the situation, I don't think the name would have ever came out of who the officers were involved in the killing of Steve Perkins. I think personally, if they would have been quiet and took the disciplinary actions of what the mayor and the chief of police had offered them, we still to this day would be wondering who it was, because they never did say anything about it beforehand, before any of this happened. So he basically did it to himself, but I think they'll still protect him and put them in a environment where he would not be in total population with everybody else. He'll be just basically there, if he make it there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because that's how it happens. I mean, a lot of people, they say what they're gonna do or say different things, but we never know. Society don't know what they're gonna do until it's already out, until somebody else is actually fussing or making a big stink about it. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's gonna be cold this weekend.
It's gonna be cold this weekend.
Yes,
Oy.
it's gonna be cold.
Oy.
And
Are they predicting snow?
well, just a rain and cold tonight.
Yeah. Yay.
Did you have plans?
To sleep. So I sleep good in the rain. I don't know about other folk, but
Yeah, it's gonna be 20s
20s.
in this 20s.
Yeah, I'm be in the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing like being in the house with your door locked.
Yes, I'm gonna be in the house too after this hand.
With your heat on.
Yes. And a heating pad on my arm.
Yeah. And another thing about Miss Tamika, I'm going to tell her business on air. She has been fighting through some pain in her wrist and not giving up and just persevering. So
We got to keep on rolling.
Got to keep on cooking on.
Yes. Listen, I said I couldn't stay at home if Mona gonna be at home. Both of us couldn't be at home today.
Yeah.
This week.
Does anybody have any update on how her son is doing?
She said he's doing great. So we're thankful for that.
Yeah.
Y'all,
'Cause
yes,
children
it
are
is
going
carpal tunnel, Miss Diane. I've actually lost part of one of my fingers before. So right now it actually aggravates with the weather. And then with us moving the studio. So
And then you're going to be in pain this week, too, with it being in the 20s.
no, I'm being in the house.
Oh, so, okay.
I'm going to put some gloves
Gotta
on.
take care of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah,
Put
you only
some
get one you.
Yes, we'll put some gloves on. We'll be okay. But let me tell y'all what made me, you made my day.
Oh.
Just being patient here with me this morning, and I know your story, and I knew you don't give up easily on anything. But this morning I went in Lowe's
Oh.
and
anything is a stretch. Go ahead.
Well, I haven't seen you give up.
I don't give up on things that I want.
That's most people. They don't give up on things that they want. And I wanted this show to go today, so I didn't give up.
Yeah.
I don't really give up on much. I don't. I try even if I fail. I can say I tried. And that's how I live my life. I tried, so you can't say you may not got the results that you wanted.
Yeah, but at least you gave it a shot. You know?
Exactly. And that's how I work things out. And that's how I try to live. And a lot of that comes back from my mom. You know, she's one of those ones, she didn't allow us to give up or anything like that. If you started something, and she didn't allow us to quit. If you start something, you're going to finish.
Right.
And that's how I raised my kids. My daughter played basketball and she got injured. And she said, well, Mom, I don't want to play anymore. And I said, you don't have options. We start something, we're going to finish.
Okay, but the injury, though?
Yeah, she healed.
Okay.
After she healed.
Okay. It wasn't mentioned. I didn't know.
Yeah, but after she healed, she basically had to go back and play. Because you don't start something, you know. But her thing was, it was more like, she was like, well, I don't think I'm as good. You don't make those thoughts because, you know, things are in the power of the tongue. Don't say it.
Life and death is in the power of the tongue.
So therefore you go put your best foot forward and you go and do what you're asked to do. You asked to play basketball. I didn't. Because I wanted her to be a cheerleader.
Really?
I did. And she thought that was the worst thing ever.
Why?
So when I had options of helping her to decide what she was going to do, you know, from the little girl, so she did the Pee-wee cheerleading thing.
Okay.
So I would never forget, she was second grade. She came home and she said, Mom, I want to play basketball. I said, you know how we do. You started, you're going to play to the end. And she was like, okay. First of all, I had never seen her play basketball, so I didn't even know she knew how to dribble a basketball. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be a waste of my time and a waste of my money. I did. I didn't tell her that, but that's what I was thinking to myself.
Okay.
Because all I knew her to do was dance. She did dance, tumbling, and cheer.
Okay, then.
So I was thinking those were going to be her things. No, after second grade, I never saw her do any of that again.
Wow.
No. She did tumbling for another year, but that was it. She was like, this is not what I don't like any of this.
Wow. And so when did she get the injury in basketball? Was it in second grade?
No, she played basketball. She injured once in the 7th grade, but she went back playing.
Oh, okay. So you were saying once you start in elementary school, that's your high school career. Is that what you
No.
Oh.
What I'm saying is you're going to complete the term you're in. But
Oh,
she had a love for basketball all the way up. She wanted to stop her 11th grade year. She didn't want to play again. And I'm like, no, we didn't invest it. This was an investment.
Okay.
You're going to play. And she injured her second time, for the second time, her 11th grade year. And she was like, I'm not playing anymore. I don't want to play. And then she just felt like, you know, some things was done and she didn't agree. And I said, no, we don't give up. You're going to play. But she did. She played her 11th and her 12th grade year, and she did.
Injury-free.
Injury-free.
Okay.
And she actually had a couple of offers to go play basketball
That's
collegiate,
exciting.
but she
didn't take it?
didn't take it. She was like, no. But I think now she didn't take it.
Oh, no. I hate that. Yeah, that's one thing I really tried to avoid. You can't always avoid it, but I hate the idea of the feeling of regret. I don't even like to regret little things.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like it. I hate that for her. I know she'll find something else though.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of injuries, I know I should have broke some by now.
But
I was rambunctious and clumsy.
were you?
Still am. Rambunctious, clumsy, flicked it, awkward, all that stuff. I don't know how I made it through without breaking nothing. The closest I ever came, nothing. I'm sorry, Mom, just in case you're watching. I don't know how I persevered without breaking anything. Yeah, she didn't like for us to speak in Ebonics. Yes, indeed. But yes, I will speak as though I've had a high school diploma at least because, anyway. But yeah, I should have. The closest I ever came to breaking something was when I opened up a fire safety door over my foot on the ship. I sliced my foot open, and that was the worst
Injury.
well, it wasn't an injury because I didn't break anything. I had
Yeah.
to have stitches and
Okay.
everything. But yeah, how bad was her injury? How bad was your daughter's injury?
Oh, she actually broke a bone in her ankle
Ew.
once. And the second time, they really could not. They thought it was injury from the ankle, but it was more or less. I can't even pronounce it, so I'm not going to say it. But it's something with the foot fasciality. I don't know. I can't pronounce it. But
Okay.
she would deal with that the rest of her life.
Man,
But
I hate that for her.
she don't give up like her mama.
I love that. So what is she studying in college?
Nursing.
Nursing. More power to her because we sure enough need her.
Yes. So
Absolutely.
we'll see how it goes.
Mhm.
We changed. This was just her first semester this past year. So
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I was high school graduating class of 2019, and I can't thank God enough for that because 2020 came the year after that.
I know.
Ugh. And what's funny is, because I don't know if you know this, but coronavirus actually started on cruise ships. Yeah, because as an industry, it started on Princess Cruises. As an industry, we went into a code red in December of 2019. And so because I was kind of insulated from the rest of the world, we got world news, but I ain't watched that. And so I didn't know that coronavirus was a worldwide thing. I thought it was a cruise ship thing.
Okay.
So my contract was set to end on March 11th, 2020. It was just set that way because God is gracious. We didn't get cut off. I didn't get furloughed, but I also didn't get stuck on a ship, which is what I was really grateful for too. I said to myself, oh my goodness, I can't wait to go home so that all this talk of coronavirus will be over.
You came home.
Man, I came home.
You was
and
at
I
home for
remember-
6 days.
No. I was at home. I was stuck there. I mean, I didn't when we got off the airport. When I got home from the airport, I remember asking my mom to stop by Dollar General because I wanted a snack, and I remember not seeing any toilet paper.
So
And I
what
was
was
just
the
like,
date
oh.
of that?
That was March 11th,
Okay.
and I was like, oh, they need to restock. And then we got home, and like you said, about 6 days later,
Yes,
the
I would
world
never
shut
forget.
down.
The reason why I say that, I would never forget that day. It was March 17th.
Mm-hmm.
It was my birthday.
Your birthday.
I would never forget the day.
Wow.
It was March 17th. I had went out of town for my birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and I checked out the hotel,
Mm-hmm.
and I was the only somebody there.
Wow.
And I had got a text message from the school saying the school will be closed
My goodness.
for the next couple of days because in the beginning, no one knew what was going on.
Correct.
So it was going to be, kids were out of school, and I was like, now I got to go home, and the kids out of school on my birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how I remember.
How far were you from home?
Oh, I was just in Montgomery.
Okay, but that's still 3 hours.
It was,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the gloomiest 3-hour drive.
Wow.
I would never forget the day. It was like, oh my,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Because I had planned to go home. I also, in that week, I think March 11th was a Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Because I remember buying a car before everything went down. And I just knew I was going to go places in my new little Toyota Corolla. Because that's their slogan, let's go places. And I was like, okay, Toyota. And
You were ready.
I was ready, and I had myself a gloomy drive as well. But it was confusion for me.
It was confusion
Yeah,
for me
yeah.
as well.
Mhm. I think everybody was confused.
Yeah, because I was like, okay. Well, let me tell you, I walked out and I thought about, remember when they said the world was going to end in 2000? I don't know.
I was born in the year 2000.
I forget. Well, I keep forgetting. Well,
I don't remember anything
Well,
prior to 2002.
2000, the world was supposed to end. Everybody was panicking about 2000. So I was like, okay, so is it going to end today? Because that's what I thought.
What, on January 1st, 2000?
No, on March 17th of 2020. I thought the world was
Wow.
ending.
Oh, did you?
Yes,
Oh.
I was driving home and I was like, okay, is the world ending? What's happening?
Wow.
You know, I was like,
You really thought that?
yeah,
You ain't heard no trumpets blow.
I didn't know what was happening because I'm telling
God
you,
didn't ascend with no fire, descend from heaven with no fire.
I was like, okay, now is this over? What is going on? Because I didn't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a TV person.
Okay.
So
you
I-
don't keep up with the news?
No.
Okay.
You know, I'm basically, I live life. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, just go with the flow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If it happens, it's meant to be.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Well, that keeps some stress down.
Exactly. And a lot of things that I learn, I have to actually get in tune with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I didn't know about the Cat Williams stuff because I'm not really big into all that. But I go with it and I read about it and try to learn that way. But just sitting up watching TV, nah.
I don't always keep up with current events myself. I generally keep up with things that I deem entertaining. But I do like to know. I like to be abreast of what's going on
Yes.
because I do, in every sense of the word, I feel like knowledge is power and you can, address anything that you know. As opposed to having stuff just come at you out of the blue like that. But at the same time, I'm kind of wishy-washy about it. I don't necessarily keep up either.
Yeah, I don't have to. Yeah, we're having a good day, and I want to give a couple of sandwiches away.
Sandwiches.
I want to thank Mr.
That's
Joe
easy.
Duster for he's always listening to us, tuning in with us. He just came and picked up a sandwich, Mona.
Hey.
Yeah, he won a sandwich a couple of weeks ago. So, I want to give somebody some lunch today. So y'all call in and get in with our conversation. Just call and thank us for tuning in. So our number is 256-365-1000. Let's go.
Let's go.
We're going to play a song. We're going to come back and we're going to give away a couple of sandwiches.
That's what I'm talking about.
You like it, don't you?
I love it.
You love to eat, don't you?
Well, my stomach just rumbled as you said that. So I think my stomach would love for me to eat, if that answers the question effectively.
Yeah. I said, I bet her little self can eat and like it. Oh,
We're getting a caller.
we're getting a caller. We got to change our ringtone again. You're tuning into 105.1, the music muscle of the shows.
Good afternoon. How are you today?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You're live. We love it. We love it.
I'm going to get you.
You going to get me?
Yes, ma'am. I was the one talking to you earlier today, and I
See,
said, don't put me on.
But I didn't give your name. See?
Yes,
But
ma'am.
I'm going to go and finish my story. I didn't finish
What's her
this.
name? Hello.
That's
Hi, I'm
okay.
Katara.
Thank you.
Okay, let me tell y'all
Well,
what
my
happened
name
today.
is Katina.
Katina
Hi, Miss Katina.
made my morning.
Okay, tell me about it.
I was at Lowe's picking up some stuff
Yes.
this morning, and she said, I just love y'all.
Aw.
And she said, and you are always so pleasant on the radio. So, Katina, you made my morning. You probably didn't know that I was already stressed, but you eased me this morning. You eased me in.
Thank you. You did me the same way.
Oh, you know what? We're going to give Katina some lunch today. Lunch is going to be on us. So, after we get off the
You.
After we get off the air today, Katina, I will give you a call back. I thank you for tuning in, listening to us each day. She said she listened to us all day, 12 o'clock and 5. So, Katina, thank you. And I actually thank you for listening to us today. And thank you for telling your coworker to tune in to 105.1 because I heard you tell them that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So, what station is providing you with lunch today?
105.1.
All right, thank you. But we'll get back with you after we get off the air. Thanks for calling in, Katina. Bye-bye.
Yes, ma'am. Have a blessed day.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
perfect timing.
You're tuning in to 105.1. Caller?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you?
I just called to give y'all a shout out. I usually have to work. I'm on a 12-hour shift, 6 to 6, so I don't ever get to tune in. But I'm off today and decided to tune in and want to congratulate y'all and tell y'all to keep up the good work.
Thanks. Do you mind telling us who we're talking to today?
Yeah, this is Samuel,
Oh,
Florence, Alabama.
okay, Samuel, thanks for calling in. Thanks for tuning in with us. We just love it. We love it when our callers let us know that we are making an impact to them and making their day. So thank you for tuning in. And I'm going to provide you with lunch today. Thanks for calling in, Samuel. So after we get off the call, I
All right,
got
appreciate
somebody
it.
going to give you a call back. Thanks for tuning in. What station is providing you with lunch today?
Music Muscle of the show.
All right, 105.1. That's the Music Muscle Show. We're going to take a break, y'all. And we thank all of our callers for tuning in today. I promise you, y'all, did that make you smile? It make you smile, didn't it?
Yeah.
What?
I'm
Oh,
a very polite person.
yeah, it was. Yeah, Katina did. She started my morning off because I was
I love
like,
that.
it was frustrating because I went to Lowe's and I was like, here it is.
Hand hurting, it's cold,
And then they act like they couldn't find our order. It was just a mess. But anyway,
wires ain't working.
yeah, Riles didn't work, but we got it. We made it work. We made
You're
it
so
work.
generous. We is still her, ladies and gentlemen.
So it's Friday. This King George. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
And we are tuning. You're tuning into 105.1, the Music Muscle Shows. We'll be right back, guys.
City Friday night, oh, going down again. Oh, you girl, yeah, can tell the rain. City Friday night, it's Friday night, it's going down again. So call your girl, and tell the rain. There'll be music, Trace and Dro in the wind. Said it's a party, you're invited. City Friday night, it's going down again. So call your girl, and tell her rain. Said there'll be music, Trace and Dro in the wind. Said it's a party, you're invited. Come on in. Said it's Friday night, and I just got paid, and I'm feeling like a boss, baby. With all this money I made, gotta buy me a fresh outfit. Go to the barber shop and clean my face. Call up a few girlfriends, a few homeboys from around my way. Crank up that Johnny Taylor, just riding in my Chevrolet. Then I gotta grab me a bottle, then I gotta smoke one to the face. It's a party going on, all the pretty ladies from around the way. Can't wait till I get there. Make sure you don't be late. It's Friday night, it's going down again. Call your girl, and tell her rain. Said there'll be music, Trace and Dro in the wind. Said it's a party, you're invited. Come on in. Said it's Friday night, it's going down again. Call your girl, and tell her rain. Said there'll be music, Trace and Dro in the wind. 'Cause it's a party, you're invited. Come on in. Said I'm feeling pretty good. Said I'm feeling pretty nice. Trying to find me a pretty lady. 'Cause you know this Friday night. Work hard and I just got paid. I spend my money on whatever I like. Wanna get my party on. 'Cause you know this Friday night. It's going down again. Call your girl, and tell her rain. Said there'll be music, Trace and Dro in the wind. Said it's a party, you're invited. Come on in. Said it's Friday night, it's going down again. Call your girl, and tell her rain. Said there'll be
so long. I'm just searching for a heart to call home. Sleeping in a bed that's cold. Tired of eating all my dinners alone. Been so close to quitting, almost throwing in the towel. You're the only one that's saving me now. You came around at a good time when I was breaking down. I've been alone a lot lately. I've been alone a lot lately. Just when I thought I was sinking, you didn't let me drown. I've been alone a lot lately. I've been alone a lot lately. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I've been alone a lot lately. I've been alone. Been a lot of folks that's come and gone. I'm full of memories of who's done me wrong. Then you start to feel like you're on your own. Till somebody find you and open your eyes to a new road. You ever been so close to quitting, almost throwing in the towel? You're the only one that's saving me now. You came around at a good time, and I was breaking down. I've been alone a lot lately. I've been alone a lot lately. Just when I thought I was sinking, you didn't let me drown. I've been alone a lot lately. I've been alone a lot lately. Whoa. I've been alone a lot lately. I've been alone a lot lately. I've been gone too long, baby. Gotta find my way back, find my way back home. You gave me your heart, a good time when I was breaking down. Been alone a lot lately. Been alone a lot lately. Baby, I'm sinking. You didn't let me drown. Been alone a lot lately. I've been alone a lot lately. Came around, baby, when I was breaking. Really good time. So grateful for you, baby. Grateful for you, baby, baby. I was sinking. You didn't let me drown. Been alone. I've been alone. I've been alone a lot lately. Know where I'd be
You're tuned in to 105.1, the music muscle of the shows. It says alone a lot. That's Anthony Hamilton. I was trying to figure out the lyrics of that song. I'm like, are they saying get along my baby, or
Maybe they were saying get alone.
yes, it is something about
No,
alone.
that was satire. I was being sarcastic. I don't know what was really being said.
It's something of that nature.
I was just playing. I have no idea what was really said.
It's something.
Because we were chatting. That was background music. You know, that was elevator music.
Yes.
So that's one. And then for two, I don't know. I couldn't understand.
Right. And that's, you know what? And it goes back to William Murphy. I said I was trying to be in defense of him because I like some of his music. Maybe he didn't understand the words. What you think?
And I think he missed that one. You know how it's a hit or miss?
Yeah.
I think it was a miss. For me, it was a miss.
Yeah. Because I remember you telling me that wasn't his first time doing something.
Yeah, I heard something about something he had done.
Mona says he's been alone a lot lately.
Thanks, Mona.
I'm telling you, Mona be on it. The choir president be on
And
it.
that's why she gonna have to keep her job, because I get along. No, do your own. No, wait.
She said,
Drop the phone.
well, you would have came over with all
I'll
kinds
write
of.
a song. I don't know. So
She said, been alone a lot lately. Okay, Mona.
bent your foam a lot lately.
I would have came up with all kinds of things. I'm like, okay, what are they saying?
Dial tone a lot, baby.
It could have been a whole lot of things.
Homophone a lot, baby. I don't know.
But you know, that's what's happening. It's like some music you can't really
That's
understand
been happening.
the lyrics of it, and you're like, what are you saying?
No, that's been happening. Some people just don't enunciate and articulate, and you just don't hear it.
right.
And then other times, you know, even when you're very clear and you're very articulate, people just don't hear what you're saying.
What was one? If you think about it, what's a song that you probably listened to, and until you really read the lyrics, you didn't know what they were saying, but you liked it?
Oh, when I was little, very small, I forget which year this song came out. But you know, Fred Hammond's "No Weapon Formed Against Me Shall Prosper." Okay, well, my sister and I thought he were saying "No weapon formed nuggets may."
Okay, say it again.
We thought he was talking about chicken nuggets.
You thought
I
that
did.
he was saying no weapon.
In my 2, 3, 4-year-old mind, I heard chicken nuggets in my head. And it wasn't until later on in life that I read the scripture, and I was like, that's what he was saying. Also, my mom and I, you know that song by Mississippi Mass Choir, "God Is Keeping Me."
God is keeping me.
When she's going into when the leader of the song is going into the vamp, she said, da 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 wow, and we didn't know what she was saying.
Right. What was she
And then she said God will keep you in perfect peace. Well, I was doing some
and all
Bible
of that?
Here's what happened. It's gonna make sense in just a second, because we were just confused. We just heard notes and noises, and then after she said those notes and noises that we didn't understand, she says God will keep you in perfect peace. I was doing some Bible study in Isaiah 26 verse 3, and then it said God will keep you in perfect peace, and we found out that her ad-libs was saying Isaiah 26 verse 3 says God will keep you in perfect peace. And it was like, oh, that's what she was saying.
I ain't get none of that.
You didn't get none of that?
Not out of that.
No, we didn't understand what the words she was saying. We just heard noises. Right?
Exactly.
And then after what was made clear, what I did understand says God will keep you in perfect peace. And then I read the scripture in the Bible myself that said in Isaiah 26 verse 3, God will keep you in perfect peace. That's the verse. You follow me? Does that make sense?
I followed you from the beginning, but I just did never hear.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So I got lost then.
Yeah.
My bad.
No. I never heard those words.
Right. Because all you heard was
That's it.
That's all I got too. And then it was like, oh, and then you know the light bulbs that go off.
Yes.
You know those Tweety birds that float around your head that help you think? They were just sitting there, you know, for me when I first heard that.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at you like. I didn't never get any of that.
Correct. And it wasn't until, see, that's why y'all got to study your word. Study to show thyself approved, and you'll learn the lyrics to some of these songs.
I know. Let me tell you one song that really, and it sticks with me.
Tell me about it.
Because I'm telling you, I don't read lyrics, but I'm learning to do so now. The internet troll. See? You didn't know about it either then.
I live under a rock.
Me too. And my rock was up under the ground. Because I had never.
Did it have moss on it?
Yes. It was terrible.
Okay.
But anyway, a young lady used to work with us. And she said, a lot of people live, and Janet probably's gonna have to come and tell me who the artist is that even sing this. But her and Janet told me, you know, this song is saying, the song says, be who you want to be, something, something, something. But it's telling people about the internet troll. That's how people live their life.
Okay.
I just like the beat of it. I had no.
Oh, you weren't paying attention to the words.
No.
It was just ow.
Yes. I was
Okay.
just ready to jam. If that's what they say now. But anyway, that's all I was thinking about. I'm like, I don't know what they were saying.
Yeah.
But the song is basically talking about a lot of people live trying to be an internet troll.
And that's true.
They're not who they say they are. And they're none of that. But everybody want to live, not everybody. They were saying people just want to live their life.
Well, that's a PSA.
And that's the internet,
I mean, I'm grateful.
internet trolls.
Yeah, I mean, it's shown up happening. That's a real thing.
Yes.
But also, when I found out when my innocence was ripped from me, when learning, the song, the Electric Slide song,
Okay.
and what it was really about. You don't know?
No. See?
I can't tell you.
Don't tell me
I
that.
can't tell you. I can't say that out loud.
Well, give a brief.
I can't.
Okay.
I absolutely cannot do that.
Well, off the air, you're going to have to tell me.
It'll still be awkward, but it'll be less awkward. Just learning what
See, I'm telling you,
The
I've been
meaning-
in a bubble.
okay, there I'll say this is the best I got. There is
Mona, do you know about the electric slide and you ain't told me?
it's she probably does. And if she doesn't comment, I'm gonna let her answer first. I hope she's still watching. And also, Mona, if you're listening, I really hope your son is
gives
feeling
me
better.
Mona's
Jehovah
country.
Rapha is still in the healing business. What happened?
Somebody said that we got to get some country. We got to. I'm reading exactly how they said we got to get some Ebonics and country in you.
In me? It's there.
Listen, she's from Leiden. You can't get any country than that, can we?
Yeah, but I grew up looking at cows in my backyard, But my parents were nerds, for real.
They're
My
real
parents-
nerds.
Oh, my dad especially. See, my parents divorced when I was 4, but my dad was a regular part of my life up until I was 4. He was one of the first 2 people that I heard speak. And yeah, they didn't do baby talk. They spoke to me like the scholars that they were, and I had to speak back.
Like that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. My sister as well. And I talk about them, but I'm a nerd in my own right as well. Especially when something grips my interest. And my mom really started me I like words. I really do like different ways of elaborating and expressing myself, just to ensure that I can get my point across even more effectively. Well, when I was in 2nd grade, there was this stupid girl in class, and I came home telling my mom about it. Well, my mom did not like the word stupid.
Me either.
I'm sorry. And she said, and I quote, "You need to find another word to say besides stupid." Well, at that very time, as chance would have it, I was learning about antonyms, synonyms, homophones, and all of that stuff in the 2nd grade. And so I got my grandfather's thesaurus, and I looked up synonyms for the word stupid. Oh my goodness.
What did you go home? What did you go to school and start calling her?
Vapid imbecile. I called her vacant-minded. And when I really, because stupid was what I was on my little heart, I said those things to my mom because she said she didn't like the word stupid.
Okay, so you still was at school calling her stupid.
Yeah. She was mean. And I don't like mean people.
Me either.
They bring out the mean in me.
And I bet you got some mean in you. What? Y'all just have to see her. Those who are in the car, you have to see her face.
Oh, sorry. I don't know how to describe what's on my face. I'm frowned up.
Yes.
I'm not. I just don't like negativity. I really don't. And I just enjoy laughter and warmth and things like that. So it just sends a shiver up my spine when things that I feel are unnecessary occur. Right. Such as, the topics, the dark sadness of a sixth grader taking a gun to school and hurting people and the incident in Decatur, and especially the layers that come under it, it really does sadden me. All jokes aside, it makes me sad. And even on a more minute scale, things that are just unnecessary, like, you know, because the girl that I was describing that was stupid would just go around, and I wasn't the only kid that she did it to. She would just go around and say mean things to people, and I didn't like that about her. And so the best that I had for her in my 7-year-old vocabulary was stupid. And because I thought that was unnecessary, I thought it was uncalled for. I thought that, why can't we just be friends, you know, that kind of thing. And
Yes.
I thought
And we can't be friends with everybody.
you can't be friends with everybody. But after I told her to stop being stupid. She was my friend, but anyway, I just didn't. I thought that we could have had a better way, and it was common sense to me. How about we just get to know each other and be friends? And so that was the best I had.
Oh.
It
Okay.
wasn't nice though. I'm not condoning myself.
So we got a couple minutes, y'all. Y'all call us and tell us what song, until you listen to the lyrics, you were like, okay. Because you gave yours.
And I'm sure there are many, 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 many more. Because especially when I started doing it professionally, and people would be like, okay, so there's this, no, that's not a good one. I can't think of nothing else.
What were you going to say? Which
It's
one?
not a good one. It's not. You're gonna be womp womp when you hear it. But I was on stage performing a song. It was my first contract, and I had been singing this lyric for months, essentially my entire contract, until I finally got the correction. The lyric was, "It's got to happen," and I was saying it's going to happen.
What's the song?
It's called "Maybe This Time."
Uh-huh.
It's from the musical Cabaret, I believe.
Okay.
Yes, it's from the musical Cabaret, and I actually really, really love that song, and I was so blessed to perform it. And I got to perform it on my first cruise ship, and I just got done being able to perform it. It's one of my favorite songs to sing, because it's about hope. It's a really beautiful song.
Well, okay, we got a couple minutes. Let's see.
Oh no!
Yeah, let's hear it.
I sang my one time, but yeah, it's a beautiful song, and I just am so blessed.
Well, we're
and
gonna
honored
have to
that I
close
ever got
out with
to
it
see
at least.
Oh no, that's
Because if it's about hope, you gave me hope today. I told you that.
Are well, see there, they left my mind. All I know is basically the girl is talking about falling in love, and or this is how I interpret it. And in the video that I saw, she was with a man, so she was talking about falling in love and how she had been hurt in the past, but she hadn't given up hope, just like we haven't been doing all day.
We haven't been
And
giving
she
up.
kept on trying, and she said, maybe this time I'll be lucky. Maybe this time he'll stay. Maybe this time, for the first time, love won't hurry away. And it was just, and she, as she kept going, and she talked about how she had been bogged down and everything, and people had attempted to take her hope from her, but she held on to it, and she still continued to. And you never know whether or not that time she won, because that's the ending lyric. Maybe this time I'll win. We don't know if she won or not, but she kept trying.
And that's life.
That's life. So that song is recurrent, and always it's a classic. It will always be applicable to whatever situation you're in.
Right. I love it.
I do too. And I'm also really, really grateful, because I grew up wanting to be a recording artist. I thought that was it, and I don't know how or why, because I grew up, like I said, watching Disney Channel and Tyler Perry movies. So I knew acting was in the cards somehow. I think I did. You think Mr. Knox is coming in?
No.
Oh, okay, because you were looking around. And
I was
thought-
looking at Janet.
Oh, you was looking at Miss Janet.
Yeah, because I was waiting
She's
on
really nice to look at. She's beautiful. Yep.
Yeah, but
Not a
no,
spot,
my
wrinkle,
thing
or
of it,
blemish.
yeah, I was just, but I really was, I love that, how you were talking about with that song, because so many of us, we lose hope.
Yeah.
But I think, the more you just do and do, like I said, if it would have took me 2 hours to do this, get the an hour
be
and
on for
50
10
minutes,
minutes.
we would have been on for 10 minutes. Because, I just try my best to do my best, even if I fail. I can say I put the best foot forward.
Yeah. And when you at first you don't succeed, the old saying, try again, try a different avenue, try a different method. Insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Try a different method. And, you know, I think I was really feeling that, you know, because I started cruise ships straight out of high school, and I had a moment where where it got a little dim for me. And then when it happened, I was like, yes, I'm so glad I kept thinking, maybe this time, maybe I'll try this, maybe I'll try that, and then something worked out for me. So I was really feeling that song, and I still feel it to this day, and I'm really grateful that was my because it was a show where everybody had a solo. That was the solo that was assigned to me. So I'm really glad that I got to sing and minister to myself through a song about hope.
Yeah, because that's what we gotta keep hope alive. We have to keep it alive. We have to keep it going. And the only way, you know, I just believe we can't give up. And so many people give up so easily. You know, that's my biggest thing.
And I have compassion for people that give up easily, because a lot of times people don't want to take risks because it's not a guarantee of a positive outcome, which I completely understand that, because if you're doing okay, but you could do a little bit better, but at the same time you could do a lot worse. Like if this one thing does not work out, all is lost. I completely understand people being complacent and people not wanting to give their hope to something so uncertain. So I do understand it, and I have compassion for people who just want to play it safe.
Yes.
Are
you a risk taker?
Am I a risk taker?
She's like, that's my life
here.
That's my middle name. Yes. Risk
But
taker.
no, yeah, I absolutely am. But I didn't really. A lot of people are like, you weren't, because people who think so cautiously and try to play it safe all the time.
Yes. My kids said that to me though.
Really? But a lot of people ask me, were you not scared to get out on all that water and go to countries where you didn't speak the language and all this stuff? I honestly didn't have sense enough to be afraid of it, because all I heard was, I'm going to be a singer.
No matter what.
Right. That's all. When they offered me the job to go on the cruise ship, that's all that I heard.
I'm going to sing.
Yeah, I didn't think about the things that came with it, which I learned. That was naivete, because, you know, I was very, very green. I was just starting out. But I didn't think of the things that could have gone wrong, because I've always, and I believe that this is kind of a good way to think, but a lot of people who play it safe are just playing not to lose. Let me just not lose in life.
Yes.
But if you play to win, you see the difference. If you play to win, you go for things that would potentially be unsafe. And I didn't think about a ship sinking. I didn't think about the Titanic until other people talked about it.
I wouldn't have thought that way.
Yeah, and you know, but I understand that, because if the Titanic happened once, you know, things like that,
possible
a
that
ship can sink again. It's
Right.
very possible. God forbid, but it's possible. You know, anything could happen. But I just felt like, you know, I grew up in America. We are the #1 country for mass shootings. So I mean, and also I'm saved. So
I mean, I'm not laughing at
but
that.
I mean, right? If I got somewhere to be scared, it's right here in the U.S. of A. So I mean,
I got you.
and the only thing was that it was unfamiliar. You know, it was just something that other people hadn't done,
Right.
and that's really all it was. And you know, I've never been afraid to. When you say risk taker, I may not always be a risk taker, but I'm not afraid to try new things. I actually thoroughly enjoy trying new things. I love trying new food. I love going new places. I love trying new senses of style. I love learning new languages. I just love to learn, especially as it pertains to people, you know?
Yes, I do.
And I'm also thoroughly interested in psychology, because I really like to connect with people. I don't like superficial and parasocial relationships, even though we all have them, especially when it comes to like the celebrity era. And we were talking about the internet and all that stuff. Are we running out of time?
No, we got a couple minutes.
Okay, cool. Because you looked down and I was like, was that a signal? Because I read signals. Or I tried to.
Well, I was looking to see if somebody was saying something.
Okay, well, y'all talk to us now. But, oh well.
You
I
didn't
forgot
tell
my
me
train of
about the
thought.
lecture slide. I promise you, I do not know.
There is a sexual meaning behind the song.
Oh,
That's all.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And I just
remember
like
when
it because
right, you think it's the line dance.
Right.
And that's where we're going to keep everybody. Everybody don't have to have they bubble bursted, you know? So I'm not going to bust these viewers' bubbles. I don't know how many viewers y'all have. I don't know how many people listening. And I'm going to just let them enjoy the song because I wish the person that told me, they probably ain't listening, but they know who they are. I wish that they would have just let me enjoy the song.
well,
Because I was, it's electric. Boogie, boogie, boogie. And I was just getting down. And, you know, then they told me what it really meant. And I was just like, dang. And then every single word of the song made sense. And I was just repulsed. And there's no turning back. Now, you can't unhear certain things.
Right.
You know, you can't go back and recuperate. You can barely recover. So you really cannot go back and change what you've heard and how it's affected you.
Mr. Samuel, as soon as we get off the air, we're going to call you back. I have your number. Mr. Samuel said he got to get his lunch.
Uh-oh.
Janet getting it together.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Janet.
Yes.
Keeping us fed.
Yes. But you know what? I have thanked everybody for this day. This turned out to be a great show. And I thank you for being my co-host today. Y'all tune in to WKAX 1500 AM. We got a couple more days. And Miss Katara.
Yeah.
We got to get country with it. Miss Diane. No, I'm just being funny with her.
I missed it.
No. But anyway.
I missed it. That went
So
straight up my head.
y'all tune in to WKAX 1500 AM. That's our sister station, 24-hour gospel. She has been guest with Miss Janet. And make sure you tune in tonight for Ain't It Maine. We'll have a special guest on there with Mr. Montreal. Y'all, we're just guessing it out. We just love people. We do. We love people. We love to interact. And I thank all of our listeners. We thank our callers for calling in. We're going to provide them with lunch today. Mona B, I hope the baby JV is getting better and hope you're not getting sick.
Yeah.
So-
Is it the flu?
I think so. But all is well. We're going to make sure everybody fight against all of this
Y'all eat
sickness.
some oranges and drink some ginger and stuff.
Look at her. She said, eat some orange and drink some ginger.
Work on your immune system.
I know.
It's flu season.
It is.
We lived through a pandemic. We can get through flu season.
So we thank each of y'all for tuning in with us. And we're going to have Keith Sweat, but we're going to leave with Work It. I don't know what the words mean to it, but I love me some Westlove.
Get it. Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you for having me today.
Yes, you tune in to 105.1. The music muscle of the show. And I bet she can dance. Look at her. Look at y'all. All right, y'all have a good weekend. I love you. See you back on Monday.
Come on.